and welcome back. We are live at CE Week 2016 here in beautiful, hot, well, I don't know hot. I've been here all day. There could be a tornado outside. New York City at the Metropolitan Pavilion here on 18th Street in New York. And if you're not here, you are missing out on some of the latest and greatest technology, all slam-packed under one roof. Now, our viewers may not know, as I sit in for Michael Artsis today, that I got my start on BeTerrific a year ago at CE Week 2015, and this brings back a lot of memories. I'm here with three young ladies who, all winners at some point?
Yes.
Okay, all winners at some point of 10Under20. And first, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
So my name is Emma Yang, and I'm a rising 8th grader.
Excellent.
I'm Sakura Davis. I'm a rising senior at the Brearley School. We all go to Brearley, and I'm an award winner from this year.
My name is Alyssa Kapasi. I am a rising junior, and I was a recipient last year, and I'm a judge this year.
Amazing. So first of all, the three of you, at a minimum, have three more awards than I've ever won in my entire life, so congratulations for that. Tell our viewers who don't know, tuning in wherever, what is 10Under20?
Well, I think it's an award that recognizes exceptional project achievement in the STEAM areas, which are science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. So it's a variety of projects students have submitted, and everyone's under the age of 20, so it celebrates the accomplishments of young people in the innovative realms of technology and engineering.
So tell us about your project this year.
So my project is Timeless, which is an app to help with the daily lives of Alzheimer's patients. So what it does is that it uses facial recognition technology to help Alzheimer's patients recognize and remember the people around them.
And how on earth did you come up with this? First of all, what gave you the motivation? Why did you want to do this?
Well, my grandmother suffers from Alzheimer's disease, and especially because she lives in Hong Kong, it's very hard for us to engage with her and to make sure that she still remembers us. So I wanted to leverage mobile technology and artificial intelligence to help with her daily life.
And where do you even learn about this stuff? It's so impressive. You're in 8th grade. I have a son in 4th grade who I don't think knows most of the words that you just said. So where do you even begin to learn about this stuff?
Well, I started to code when I was 8. My dad is a software engineer, and he introduced me to coding. And so from there, I've started going from Scratch to basic Java, and then I've worked my way up to mobile app development.
Incredible. I have a good feeling you have a nice future in front of you. And tell us about your
my project, it was a prosthetic hand using an Arduino and flex sensor. So basically, it's a robotic hand that mimics the movements of a real hand in a glove. And I came up with the idea, it was out of my ambition to combine my developed interest in software and combine it with my interest to explore hardware, and I combined that to build this prosthetic.
And what motivates you? You're sitting at home, you're like, oh, prosthetic arm. Where does this come from?
Well, prosthetic limb technologies are obviously on the rise. We're always looking for more useful and efficient ways to have these prosthetics available to people. And I thought, instead of just making a robotic hand that does what's pre-programmed to do, I wanted it to mimic real biological movements. So that's how I thought of this specific design.
And how do you carry something like that out? What goes into making something like that?
So it takes a lot of algorithmic thinking. You have to really plan out all the different parts involved in the problem. It's a big challenge. Of course, you have to break it up into smaller parts, but that's one of the parts I really enjoy about being an engineer and solving these problems, because you get to tackle all these little problems and solve a bigger challenge you wouldn't have been able to do otherwise.
All right, now I'll get to your project, although that was last year. You're a judge this year. So first of all, I'll ask you, how is it that you all go to the same school? What's the deal? What do they serve in the milk at lunch?
Well, Brearley is very supportive of each of us following our own paths. So they recognize that each of us as individuals and as a school have a lot of interest in STEAM, and they just gave us the tools to create and to learn the tools we needed to create the projects.
Now, I'm sure our viewers are interested, because I'm interested. What was your project last year?
So it was a project actually created by the Brearley Chapin Double X Robotics team. It basically made lifts more efficient. It made it so that it could pick up a variety of objects, not just packages. So it could be used in warehouses so that they could store more products. It could also be used in hospitals to pick up contaminated waste, or in areas where it's just not safe for humans to go into.
And what's it like coming back and being a judge now, getting to, getting that different perspective?
It's really wonderful. This year we had many great applicants, and everyone has done amazing work. And it gives me hope for the future that people my age, people under 20, are being able to create such wonderful designs.
Now, how many people are selected for this award?
So there are 10 teams that are here today that have been selected for the award.
And so for you, back to your project, how long did it take to develop this app and the facial recognition? How long did it take?
So I started over spring break, so I think roughly around 2 months overall to design the app and then develop it in actual phone.
That is incredible because it's going to take me 2 months to even understand what it does. And what grade are you in now?
I'm a rising senior.
Rising senior.
Right.
That means like you'll be a senior in the fall?
Yeah.
I like that fancy term though. So, what are your ambitions? I'm sure you started thinking about that, applying to colleges.
Right.
What's going on for you?
So I definitely am interested in studying computer science. My interest in computer science began with my summer with Girls Who Code, which is a program that teaches girls how to code and problem solve. And so that was 2 years ago. And then last summer I did Blue Stamp Engineering, where I built this project. And I'm really interested in going forward, applying those skills, not just gaining technical skill to apply to real world solutions to real world problems.
Any colleges on the map for you?
I'm looking. I definitely would like to stay in the kind of East Coast, but I'm also considering the possibility of studying abroad. So that's possible as well.
That's a lot of fun. And what about you? Where are you now?
I'm a rising junior, so I haven't had that much time to look at colleges yet.
All right, but right on the horizon. And then, so is your school, is it a 12-year school?
It's K-12, yes. Independent school, all girls.
So you'll be hanging out all the way through high school?
Yeah.
You got a ways to go. What kind of, and this is, I guess, for all of you, I'll go down the line. It was easy for me growing up to be a tech nerd, but it's got to be different for a girl, because I think there's a different stigma to it. People look at women differently, and the vast majority of coders are guys. I'm assuming I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So what's it like as a female, as a young woman, to kind of go down this path? What's been your experiences so far?
Well, I think it's definitely been a challenge. Like, I go to certain programs and classes for programming, and I see most of the classroom are boys, and it's kind of unsettling almost to see that why aren't girls being included in this. So I've been actually participating in a lot of initiatives to encourage girls to participate in computer science.
Is it cool for you though, because you're the only girl? So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be easy to find a date for prom then. What have been your experiences?
Well, I think we all kind of have an interesting experience coming from an all-girls school. We're always surrounded by girls who are empowered and aren't afraid to tackle these kind of projects. So it's interesting when you go out into the real world and you realize you're the only girl in the room, in the engineering program or whatever it may be. And I think one thing I've really identified with is going into those spaces for other girls, and I know that if I can be a role model for other girls who might be afraid, who haven't had the confidence or haven't had the programs, the opportunities to build that confidence in the past, then if I can go out into those spaces, I can show them that they have opportunities there as well.
It is very difficult. For example, last year at a robotics competition, our robot malfunctioned due to a Wi-Fi issue. So not an issue of our team, but just an issue of the area we were in. And people came up to us afterward and said, of course it was the all-girls team's robot that failed. So there definitely is a stigma against women. But it is becoming easier and easier as more role models appear, such as Robin Raskin, the individual who organized 10Under20. She is a great role model. She has shown me personally that women can be in this field, and I hope that someday myself and my friends will be role models to other young ladies.
Well, you certainly are role models. Very impressive, the work that you've done. Congratulations to you two this year. Hope the judging went well this year. I'm sure we'll have you guys back on BeTerrific in the future, and follow these three, because I have a feeling that there is some good stuff coming from the three of you. We'll be back with more BeTerrific live from New York. We're at the Metropolitan Pavilion. CE Week 2016 continues. We'll be back after this.